Back to part 5th of sexual reproduction in flowering plant. In my last video, we tried to understand what were the economic importance of pollen grain. So today's video, we will be trying to understand the female reproductive structure of flower, gynoecium. So let me explain you about the gynoecium. Gynoecium, the structure of a flower which consists of a gynoecium, in the sense it consists of a female reproductive part. So gynoecium is said to be a female reproductive part. It may have a single pistil, that is monocarpellary, or more than one pistil, multicarpellary. If the gynoecium consists of a single pistil, such flower we call it as monocarpellary, and if consists of more than one pistil, it is termed as multicarpellary. In multicarpellary, the pistil may be fused together. Such condition we call it as syncarpous or free apocarpus. So you are supposed to understand these things. For why we are saying some of the flower as a monocarpellary, multicarpellary and syncarpous. If a pistil is single, that is monocarpellary. If the pistil is multicarpellary consisting of more than one pistil, we call it as multicarpellary. If it is fused, then we call it as syncarpous. The pistil which is more than one and it is fused one, such condition we call it as syncarpous or apocarpus. So have a look on the picture. I have taken out a clear picture of the gynoecium consisting of style, ovary and thalamus. So if it is fused, that condition we call it as syncarpous ovary. Okay, then carpels. Have a look on the carpels. Fine. So let me proceed with the gynoecium to understand more about the gynoecium. So the structure of a flower, as you have seen earlier, it is a bisexual flower consisting of male and female reproductive part in it. So the male reproductive part we have studied, that is androecium. Now we are focusing on gynoecium. So each pistil has three parts: stigma, style and ovary. The down which is dissected one, it is shown stigma, style and ovary. So the stigma is the landing platform for pollen grains. The pollen grains will land on the stigma. That place is termed as a stigma. And the second part of our gynoecium is style, elongated cylinder part beneath the stigma. The landing platform, after the landing platform where the pollen grain has to enter, there is a long cylinder stalk. Beneath the stigma, we call it as style. And the last part, the basal part, which is bulged one, where the complete reproduction is going to carry out, we call it as ovary. So these are the parts of the gynoecium. Try to remember the names. Each pistil has got three parts: stigma, style and ovary. Inside the ovary, there is a ovarian cavity, locule, in which placenta is located. Inside the ovary, when you dissect the ovary, see the picture is been given clearly, the green color one. After the dissection, you are going to see a ovarian cavity, that is locule, in which the placenta is located. Placenta where the fertilization and the development of embryo takes place. Arising from the placenta are the ovules, megasporangia. The ovules which are developing in the placenta, it is termed as megasporangia. The number of ovules in an ovary may be 1, example wheat, paddy and mango, to many like papaya, watermelon, orchid. So the number of ovules arising from the placenta are the ovule. From the placenta, ovules will arise. We named it as megasporangium. So the ovules may be 1. The number of ovule in the ovary may be 1. The examples for that is wheat, paddy and mango. And the ovules, the number of the ovules in the ovary may be many. Examples: papaya, watermelon and orchid. So have a look on the structure of the ovary. Clear, you are going to see the ovary. Ovary consists of a placenta and a funicle, ovule, ovary wall, and the style which is going to carry our androecium inside the ovary. So coming to the next slide, that is structure of megasporangium. Let me try to understand what exactly ovule means. Ovule is attached to a placenta by a stalk called funicle. As I have cleared you, there is a funicle which is present in the ovary. The work of the funicle is to attach the placenta into it. Ovule is attached to the placenta. So ovule is always attached with the placenta by means of funicle. Junction between the body of ovule and funicle is called hilum. So there is a region called hilum which is a junction between body of ovule and funicle. Between the funicle and the body of ovule there is a junction, or there is a junction present, we call it as hilum. Each ovule has one or two protective envelopes. So every ovule will be having either one or two protective envelope as integuments. Those envelopes are termed as integument except at the tip where a small opening micropyle is present. So at the tip of the ovule there is a small opening called micropyle through which the androecium will enter. Fine. So each ovule is protected by a layers. Those layers are termed as integuments. Opposite to micropyle end there is a chalaza or chalazal end, or the basal part of your ovule. So I hope you understand what is ovule and hilum. Then you are supposed to remember about the micropyle region and chalazal region, because during the fertilization all these parts are going to take part, and you should remember in which part what is going to happen. So can you see the clear structure of a flower consisting of gynoecium, megasporangium, a complete ovule. The complete ovule looks like this after the fertilization. So can you have a look of the hilum, funicle, a micropyle area, a micropyle pole, and two integuments, that is a protective layer, outer and inner. Then comes a nucellus cells, then an embryo, and opposite to the micropyle region there is a chalazal pole. Enclosed within the integuments there is a mass of cells called nucellus cells. Please do remember these cells. You are going to come across about this while you will be solving the competitive questions. So enclosed within the integuments, inside the integument, that is outer and inner integument, there are cells present. They are nucellus. Its cells, the nucellus cells, contain reserve food material. Those reserve food material will be used for the nourishment of embryo. Inside the nucellus is an embryo sac, that is female gametophyte. Embryo sac is called female gametophyte. An ovule generally has a single embryo sac formed from a megaspore. So from the megasporangium you are going to get a single ovule. Fine. So please do remember nucellus cells which are present. Mass of the cells enclosed within the integument, and they contain reserve food material. Why they contain reserve food material is to nourish the embryo sac within it. Fine. Thank you. We'll continue our next part in the next session. Thank you very much.